Okay guys, up the plot. Just a quick look round, weekly look round. Oh, lovely. Bumblebee having a go on the calendula there. Good start. Got to take some of those flower heads off, those seed heads. All those calendulas, all self-sown from last year, so I don't want too many more. Yeah, so a quick look round. What's good, what's bad. A few spring onions left. And a couple of big onions there, not sure what they are. Tromboncino, excuse me, Tromboncino is sending out a few fruits, but nothing spectacular. Single seed potato challenge spuds there. I've had all these Rock Court beans. Not sure if I'm going to bother with them again next year. They're all right. Just normal French beans, really. I've had loads of Soleil courgettes, and there's one down there. Look, see that one? Oh, I'll take that one off. Atena polka, pink fir apple. Now, where are we? Got a blown collie there, but I've had two, and they were igloo. Sorry, igloo. These two are igloo. And I've had a couple over there which was Chambord, and they're going over now. I'll get rid of those. Tomatoes doing well, fruiting up nicely. No pickings just yet. Oh, maybe one there, look. Yes, this one. That is, on the end, Kenilworth King George. And a bee having a go with the borage. They love borage, look. Ooh. Anyway, let's get past them. I got a bit of dying off here. This is weird. These are Cauliflower Autumn Giant, the first 6. Well, one's missing there, that one's dead, that one's dead. Those 3 are okay. And the 6 at the back, they are the Savoy Cabbage Ventus. They're okay. So it's weird, that is. And they're netted as well. Another single seed potato challenge over there. Well, these 2 beds here, and I think the evidence is pretty good at the moment. The front one of each is a pumpkin gallo d'Essine, and the back one is my giant marrow. Now, this is that lasagna bed I made up. Just chop and crop and drop all the broad beans and stuff like that. Chucked it in, load of compost on top and a bit of feed. And this one here, excuse the pea sticks on top, just had a bit of feed. Now, that pumpkin is a lot smaller than that pumpkin, so maybe that's benefiting from the nutrients. Runner beans, oh, I don't know, I'm thinking of giving up runner beans next year. It's just, I don't know what it is, I just cannot understand it. They're all almost trenched properly, you know, say properly, the traditional way. Loads of muck, loads of manure, loads of fertiliser, compost, and they don't get past halfway. Could be I'm using the wrong varieties, could be. I'll have to ask Heidi what she uses, because I showed you last time. Hers are up the arch and over the top and going down the other side. Right next to her sunflower. So, potatoes in there, our variety, can't tell you what they are, but they've just about going over now. There's a few poking out and the slugs are getting them, don't mind. And the same here. Yeah, see the beans, 1 out of 12 are growing properly, you know. Which is a different story with the climbing frame. Now we had the failure from the early beans, or some beans, and yet one of them's bounced back, like it's growing right up there. And that is, ooh, where are we now? Angel, that's Angel there. And we got some, this is the white flower one, look. And we got some beans growing. Next to them, peas, and they are lovely. That's those Rosa Crone. So I got those each side. What's next to that? Oh, Venlo cucumbers, and I think I just saw one when I was in here. Yeah, there's flower heads anyway. And at the end there is another bean, and that's Blue Lake, and that's growing okay. The two in between are Minnesota midget melons, and they died off, sadly. So sorry about that, Bill and Val. Not much I can do about that one. That big yellow thing growing over there, that is, now I can't ever say this word, that's the ukichi-kuri, and that's growing well. And the other cucumbers were down there, and they've died off as well. No, it's not, it's growing, that one, sorry. Pea beans have died off, tromboncino growing, and there's some little tiny baby ones at the top there, so fingers crossed they'll grow. And last but not least, some more peas. Now these peas are lovely, these Rosa Crones, I love them. I'll grow them again next year, they're really tasty. Not many in the pod, but they're really, really sweet. Black currants, I don't know what's happened this year. Pruned them all according to the book, loads of flowers and virtually nothing. And it's not like the birds have eaten them because there's no, you know, dropped ones on the floor. Oh, hello, ladybird. Hello. There's no dropped ones and things are still growing. Look, leaves are growing at the top there. A couple of raspberries growing there. I might get rid of those. They're just in the way, really. Convert that into more of a wild garden. Same with the red currants. Never really done much, despite all the regular feeding and doing what I think I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, corn. This one is the early bird, and the one up there, ooh, that is the solstice. Both got loads of male tassels, but no female silks at the moment. The interplanted beetroot are doing well. A few different varieties in there, and a couple of squashes at the end. Oh, what's these? Nicotiana, they're lovely. They smell nice as well. Leeks are doing well, as is the, is that dill or fennel? Hang on. That's fennel, I think. No, it's dill, sorry. Yeah, leeks are doing okay. More spuds in buckets over there. Now, yeah, I cleared this bed, so I've got a few things to go in there. These are condors here, and they're going over very fast, so I don't expect to get much out of them. Pink fir apple over there and some Nicola. Now these beans have been nice. Little bit stringy if you don't get them early enough. They're Hawkesbury Wonder. So I'm thinking, I might stick with my old favourites, Faraday, next year. I've had a couple of Zephyr squash, that's the bi-coloured one if you remember. Where is it? The yard-long beans came to nothing, so I can't bother with all these fancy things next year. Spuds. Now a sort of squashy bed. Partial eclipse there, which are just about growing. Butterbush in the middle. Anything in there? I've got to watch these. I'll show you my arm in a minute. And early white. I've had a few early whites. They're nice. More condor. Few carrots in there, and the other tromboncino. Ah, that's got a little fruit on it there. I think that's gonna, yeah, it might be all right. It might be all right down there. Let's take a few carrots now. The Asturian tree cabbage, that's dying off. Don't know why that is either. Funny old year up here this year. Right, let's go over here a minute and I'll show you my arm. I hope you can see this, guys. It's on the, look at that, all that lot there, those funny marks. They're not cuts or anything. What they are is allergies where I put my hand in yesterday to do a bit of weeding, and on the way out my arm brushed against one of the squashes and all the little prickly stems touched my arm and I must be allergic to them. Itchy's mad last night. Oh. Okay, then we got 4 Brussels crispus, 3 Autumn King 3 cabbages. They should be all right. The centre flowers, the centre leaf stem's still there, so they should be all right. And I managed to put a Mariana di Chioggia over there. And that's about me for today, I think. Yep. Put some netting over and stop the pigeons. Right guys, time to tip some spuds out, and these are, where are we? Let's have a look. Yeah, Picasso. Now I wouldn't normally tip out main crop spuds this early, but I mean look at the foliage. It's all gone over. That's one bucket there, and the other one is the yellowish one just there. Yeah, they've both gone over, and yet the condors just in front of them here are dark green. The SSPC ones in the middle ground there, they're dark green as well. Yeah, it's weird, come right over. So anyway, I'm going to tip them out because one of the classes at the show is 3 potatoes of 3 different varieties, so you need 9 spuds. Now, because I'm not doing that many in buckets this year, I haven't got that many varieties. So anyway, fortune favours the whatever, and well, these have gone over, so I'm going to tip them out. So we set your setup and get on with it. Let's get rid of the hulms first. Might even get a few spuds, you never know. Oh, there's some. Oh, they're tough. I thought that would just snap off. Like that. I did write on some of these what compost it was, but not this one. Right, no more in there, okay. Well, there's the, what you call it? Seed potato. They're quite small, these, but then again the foliage has gone over, so they don't have a lot of choice. And I need 3. Ooh, what's that? Oh, that's a worm, that's okay. I thought it was a vine weevil. There's the other one. Ugh. It's very wet, isn't it? The worms are loving it. There's loads of worms in here. Yes, it is the Incredi compost, because I can recognise the fertiliser prills. Look, see. So I'm just going through it, make sure there is no bugs. But it looks all right. Look, the foliage has died off from natural causes. It looks like. There's a fair few in there, not overly good for a main crop potato, but now there's either a leather jacket or something like that, so you can go on the road there for the jackdaws. Maybe no, I don't think. If it was grubs in the compost, they would have been. The stalks would be eaten away, wouldn't they? The stems, the hulms. Well, that'll do for that lot, guys. I'll go and get another bag and do the second lot. I want to leave this in the bag, so I want to use the compost again later on. I'm not ready for it yet. So. Picasso times 3. So there were 3 potatoes. That's not very good at all then. Don't lick your fingers, Steve. Right, so we'll go with this lot then. Still there, yeah. Now there's 3 definite potatoes there, look. So 1, 2, 3. Can you see those? Yeah. Not very big at all. You'd think that would be up here somewhere. So looks like there's not a lot of nitrogen, and I'm not sure this is Incredi compost now. You know, I'll have a look when I get home. Oh, they're well in there, that's for sure. I'll tell you what, I'll do it over here because I don't want to get all that compost on the grass. I want to save it, don't I? There's a few little ones on there I don't want. Oh, crikey. See, look, it's got, look at that. I mean, it's been pouring over rain. Look at this, bone dry, that bit there, and yet this is soaking. And underneath it's wet as well. It's weird, isn't it? A lot of weird things this year. The weather being one of them. Right, that'll do for them. Let's tip it out. Yeah, see, that's soaking in places. Look at that wood lice. Not a bad sign. Snail. Potato. See, look at this bone dry bits in it, look. That's so weird. Another worm. I'll tell you what, mate, you can go on my allotment. There's certainly loads of wildlife in there, that's for sure. Right. Right, I'll tell you what I don't normally do. I don't normally rinse these off, but I'm going to, so I want to see what I got. And that one there is no good for a start, so you can go over there. Right, just going to rinse them off. You've got to be careful when the potatoes are like this because the skins are still soft and you don't want to damage them for the show bench. You know. I'll tell you what, they don't look too bad. They're not scabby or nothing like that. Okay then, not too bad. The better ones I've put towards the back there. So I'll give them another quick rinsing off at home. Find 3 the same and just keep them in the fridge for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, not a very big harvest for Picasso. Don't forget, these were the ones that were the single seed potato challenge last year, and they were massive, weren't they? We had people with potatoes weighing nearly like 800 grams or something like that. Yeah, well, must be the compost. Can't blame me. Right, there we are then, guys. Alright guys, just back from the plot, and I've picked these 2 tomatoes. These are Kenilworth King George. They're what you call them, they're a salad tomato, smallish ones. And as you can probably tell, one's nice and ripe, almost ready to eat, a little bit firm still, and one has only just started turning colour. Now, here's the spill the beans for you. Sunlight plays no role whatsoever in ripening tomatoes. And once they started turning this colour, they'll carry on ripening on or off the vine. If you've got a green tomato that hasn't reached the turning colour stage, no amount of modern technology, no amount of funny gases will make it ripen. It will stay green. It needs to have started turning before it will ripen. Now, there are 2 chemicals that help a tomato ripen and one that triggers it. The ones that help it ripen are lycopene and carotene. And these chemicals are produced between 10 and 29 Celsius. So below 10 Celsius, the tomato will stay green, and above 29, if it started turning, it will just freeze in its tracks, and it won't start ripening again until it's cooled down, for example, at night. Now, these chemicals are triggered by a gas called ethylene. The tomato produces the ethylene and says to itself, it's time to start ripening, and that's when the colour change happens. So there's no point leaving it on the vine because it started ripening, it will carry on ripening. No point putting it in a sunny windowsill because we know that doesn't help it ripen. Just leave it and it'll carry on. If you leave it on the vine, you can suffer because of pests or water. Now, overwatering can cause the fruit to split, and erratic watering can cause blossom end rot. Now, you don't want all your hard work going to waste because you've left it on the plant and the rain or your watering has messed it up. So if they get to that stage and you're happy, just take them off and they'll change and you'll be eating them in a couple of days.